the Game of Thrones finale was left with many unresolved questions. After all, the Song of Ice and Fire universe spans thousands of years. In the past few days, several productions in the Game of Thrones universe have been announced. So in this video, we will be talking about all the series and movies, which we will see in the Game of Thrones universe. And for more videos of your favorite series and movies, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. This is the Three-Eyed Raven for the Oasis Geek. First, let's talk about the productions that have been confirmed. The first season of The House of the Dragon ended at its most shocking moment. Lucerys lost his life because of Aemond, so now Daemon and Rhaenyra are preparing for revenge. HBO approved a second season and it is currently under production. In the past weeks, we have seen different pictures from the filming set, and we expect to see more in the coming days. The second season of The House of the Dragon will be coming to television in 2024, but it's going to have several changes. The most important change is that the person in charge of the show, Miguel Sapochnik, resigned from his job since HBO did not want to hire his wife again. This left the maximum responsibility on Ryan Condal, who had to reorganize all the episodes of the second season together with George Martin. The change of direction is something that could negatively affect the production, since Miguel was one of the key pieces behind the success of the first season, but we have faith that they can maintain the same quality with which we are accustomed to. During this week, we also saw the announcement of A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, the story of the Hedge Knight and his adventures in Westeros, accompanied by his little squire named Egg. The story is a lot of fun and holds many secrets. This story was proposed by George Martin 8 years ago, and just this week it has been given the green light. This series could be coming to television in 2025, as each new show takes about 2 years to produce. While we may see a trailer next year, there are already several suggestions for roles in the series. Some have even called for Adam Driver, who played Kylo Ren, to be the one to play this knight. Although usually those in the Game of Thrones universe tend to hire actors not so well known, with the exception of Matt Smith, who played Daemon Targaryen, as he was already world famous for his roles in Doctor Who, Harry Potter, and The Crown. The next two series currently in pre-production, but not yet confirmed by HBO, are the Nymeria story and the Sea Snake story. According to a news article from Screen Rant, Nymeria's story was already in the works. They might even be filming its pilot. Part of the story reads as follows. HBO has already ordered a pilot script from Amanda Siegel, Hellstrom's executive producer and a person of interest at Hulu. It has not yet been revealed if the 10,000 Ships pilot script has been officially completed, and if it will be filmed, but it appears to be continuing to move quickly through the development stages, along with the other Game of Thrones spin-offs. The 10,000 Ships, which seems to be the new working title for the spin-off, would finally grant a closer look at Dorne, the last of the regions to join the Seven Kingdoms. This series takes place a millennium before the War of the Five Kings, focusing on Nymeria and her exodus from Essos to Dorne, leading the survivors of the Rhoynar after being defeated in a massive war with the Valyrians. Nymeria is a warrior who has been mentioned constantly in Game of Thrones. She was Arya's childhood idol and was also mentioned by Rhaenyra Targaryen and Alicent. Seeing Nymeria's story would be very interesting, as it will reveal why she became so important in this world. The next series on the way is one that will be accompanied with a movie. Being the origin movie of the Targaryen family with the Aegon The Conqueror series. This project is still in pre-production, but news has come out that it is expected to be created once The House of the Dragon is finished, showing us the origin of this troubled family. We don't know for sure when we will see Aegon's story, but I think it will happen after The House of the Dragon, which could mean we will be seeing it by 2026 or 2027. The next series on the list is The Sea Snake, the story of Corlys Velaryon. This project has been in pre-production for over a year now, and will attempt to explain the origin of the Valyrian fortune, as well as the adventures of this sailor. It is a series that will show us the corners of Essos we have never seen in the books, and we will surely have cameos of characters from the House of the Dragon. This series has not yet been greenlit, and is competing with the Jon Snow series to win that green light, or at least that's what journalists have been saying these last few weeks. Speaking of Snow's series, this series is in pre-production run by Kit Harington with a crew that has not yet been revealed, but we know thanks to George Martin that it is a series in the works. Others like Emilia Clarke, who plays Daenerys, also confirmed to have been in talks with Kit about this series, which has fueled the hope that we'll see Daenerys back in the series. What hasn't been entirely clear to me is why the press is saying that the Snow series and the Corlys series are fighting to win that green light and begin production. It could be that HBO doesn't want to have more than 2 productions at the same time. But it is clear that the return of the favorite Game of Thrones characters would be a good investment on HBO's part. We have also heard from people close to HBO and from George Martin himself that there is a movie in the Yeti regions where they will explain more about Essos, but it would be an animated movie. Now, there is a series that was cancelled, The Blood Moon or The Origin of the White Walkers. It was the first spin-off series from Game of Thrones, which although a pilot was made, it was so disastrous that the series was cancelled. So, we won't see the origin of the White Walkers for quite a while. But the rest of the shows and movies, possibly we will see them in the future. Now, HBO's intention is to create a shared universe similar to Marvel's, but focused on the Song of Ice and Fire universe. So, we could see movies, series, and more books from this universe. It is an exciting time for fans of this universe, but we must keep our expectations clear, as some of the productions I mentioned could suffer the same fate of the Blood Moon. It could be that a pilot of one of these possible productions is not to HBO's liking, and they decide to shelve it for a while. But we're excited about what will happen. Before ending the video, I want to invite you to my channel of the Three-Eyed Raven, where we upload videos about the Game of Thrones universe every day, from theories, news, and much more. We will also be creating more videos about this universe on this channel, so if you don't want to miss anything coming for the world of Song of Ice and Fire, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. This was the Three-Eyed Raven for the Oasis Geek.